Top of the top. What's up? Good morning, good morning, good morning. We back. Hopefully everybody's good this morning. We back. Shout out to everybody that's live in the chat, everybody that's tapped in, everybody that's catching the replay. Good to see everybody again. What's up? So y'all know what's up. Y'all already know. Like I said, man, y'all already know what's up. So we're going to talk about it today. Mr. D'Angelo. D'Angelo, rest in peace. He's with his baby mother, Angie Stone, now. So I know hopefully a lot of y'all see what I've been talking about. You're gonna get his dark news, depressing news, freak news. But we're gonna go into it. I'm gonna be honest, like I said, that I know what's up with that whole D'Angelo stuff. Oh, y'all will see D'Angelo is never happy. Neo Soul is just very dark, y'all. I'm just gonna be honest with you. What department does Jaguar come from? Neo Soul, right? Very dark. You know, y'all. This is the things I keep repeating when I said you're watching unsung of your era right now. When I say stuff like you're gonna see when the black entertainers' career is over with, they always die bad, horrible, and broke. Or they're gonna be sick, or they're gonna say they had HIV, or they had something. Do y'all finally see how the whole process is played out? It's the industry, y'all. It's the industry. It's set up for certain people. No matter who they are, it's gonna end bad for them. So are y'all starting to see it? You saw a lot of people with record deals, right? Where they at now? You see more horrific things happen to people with record deals than people without a record deal, right? All right. It's industry, guys. Program. And you sign up for everything you get. You just don't get the call, the shots, or the days, or the time. But it is said he had cancer, pancreatic cancer. So like I said, I just never, well, I get it all now, y'all. But like I said, these are all the things that made me think and just always like ask questions. They supposed to be so rich. Rich means you got the best everything. Best doctors, best food, best trainers. Somehow they're always sick. I just don't get it. They always sick. Or I'm talking about when they go out bad. It's being said somebody else is sick. I don't know. Because people spread rumors and lies on here. And I don't repeat lies and rumors. They just said a YouTuber is sick in a hospital. But this particular YouTuber is older. I'm not saying it got to do with nothing else. You know, just saying I don't repeat stuff, y'all, but I'm just telling you, man, a lot of this stuff, the time you in now, man, what I want people to understand too. Shout out to the person in the comment yesterday that asked me about gematria and certain things. Gematria and all I'm saying is, y'all, it's nothing I didn't talk about already. But this is what I want people to understand on this channel and just period. We are in a different time now, y'all. You just went from the time of information being revealed. It's nothing you do not know. It's nothing you did not hear already. If it's something you heard already, it is not knowledge, y'all. People got to understand that because people made knowledge entertainment now. You don't understand, y'all people back in church. Entertainment make you feel good. Knowledge, like knowledge, entertainment, you feel good to know stuff. But meanwhile, if you can't apply it to your life, it means nothing. I'm going to show you why. Because his album also, D'Angelo also had an album called Voodoo. And he had a famous song called Devil's Pie. Yeah. The time we in now, y'all, is the revelation and exposure of humans. The dark side of humans. That's what we at right now. I'm not the only one talking about. I've been telling everybody, man, it's been a revelation this whole year. on everything you love, everything you believe in, every culture, every single culture that is in the history books. Other sides of the stories that are not in the history books are being told now. I'll give you a hint. Everything that went on in certain cultures, everything is being exposed. Put it like this. All cultures that indulge in loving children, it's all being exposed right now. All right? Meaning there's no more secrets, y'all. These are all the things I've been telling y'all. Because we going somewhere new. This year was the revelation of evil. That's what this whole year was about. The true revelation and exposure of evil entities that have been taking power over the planet for thousands of years. So all that's been happening is revelations of the wickedry and evil that has been keeping people in bondage. Not saying it's going to stop, not saying none of that, but it's been a revelation of what's been going on. So now people will have an official free will on which side they pick. You've also been looking at this whole year of everything in the dark comes to the light. That's all we're dealing with. Nothing spectacular. But I see one thing. The knowledge being revealed is the knowledge people don't want to hear now. They don't want this one, see? It's good to massage yourself with everything else. This channel is for uncomfortable. Like the bro say, uncomfortable truth. Yeah, certain things that had to be addressed. Uncomfortable truths. Which were really generational curses. Dark secrets are the #1 element to the generational curses. Dark secrets are the reason why people have mental issues and can't move on in life. It is the dark secrets had to be revealed so some people will be free. The dark secret you didn't want to accept is that entertainment was fugazi. Entertainment was strictly for controlling souls. That is the dark truth of it all. That is even if, hey, you could be a mad person and some comedy can make you laugh and you don't want to laugh. It control your soul. Entertainment. Whether you like it or not, you gonna laugh. You might be mad as hell. But you just seen something funny on TV, you start laughing. You can't help it. Because entertainment take over your soul. Whether you like it or not. The whole thing is, do you let it take over you? Because it's going to infiltrate your body. It's going to hit you one way or another. So what we're talking about now is all of the dark stuff being revealed. That always been around. It's nothing new. Just that it's being revealed now, y'all. It's a world thing. It's not a me thing. It's a world thing. It's a time thing. It's a dimension thing. It's an era thing, man. If you know the gold era, the bronze era, every era things change. I'm saying that because some people just don't get it. We are not in the time of entertainment, meaning stroking your egos. Like I said, the past decade, information has been released. People called it conspiracies. People called it, like I said, people want to talk about sacrificing. No, fool, we're not talking about sacrifice industry. We're talking about sacrifice in real life. We're talking about the things people do, the choice people made, and put their whole life in jeopardy and their whole family. People have put their bloodlines in bondage. No. I say all that for a reason. Because D'Angelo he was never happy. He was never happy, and I never liked him anyway. You're going to see they been pimped him out when they made him strip butt naked. I told you, man, when these guys came in the game, bro, the whole game was corny and controlled, man. All right? You know what they all about now. You will see from back then to now, D'Angelo was never happy. He was never happy because he signed that contract. You see what they made him do, right? They turned D'Angelo into a male escort. What's up, Pillsbury? What's up, LJ? What's up, R1D? What's up, Miss Mo Better? What's up, QB? He was not happy, y'all. You'll see it. From then to now, he was just always miserable. But he was with that Def Jam family. And now that you know Def Jam going to jam you up, what else you know for a fact with Def Jam? When you deal with Def Jam, somehow it's going to end bad for you. A lot of people are passing. And I spoke about this a year before last. I said, you'll notice when hip-hop came to its 50th anniversary, a lot of people also started passing away in their 50s. Because that's where hip-hop, that's where this whole entertainment thing is at. It's in its 50s. And your favorite artists are in their 50s. But there's people are still leaving before their time. So D'Angelo's best song that I mean, if I was to say a song of his I like, that was Pie, because that was a song that it had a little hip hop to it. But I know the truth about Belly. Belly was a straight wicked demonic movie, y'all. Belly is one of the movies that put curses on all our ass. All right, when it come on and that little boy playing with that 5-point star, that whole movie wicked demonic, manufactured by Def Jam. All right, period. It was about good and evil. And you know, it's funny because Nas just came back out. Casino, I saw him with Havoc. Nas is back out, and D'Angelo has passed away. But this movie Belly, they got history in the same movie. DMX is gone. You see, I want y'all to see how Def Jam people are fading away. Irv Gotti is dead. A lot of people have something to do with this project is gone. Ox, the Jamaican, he dead from Belly. Told you, man, all this shit always end dark, y'all. Everybody dies before their time in this genre. I don't know what it's about, but yeah, man. So these are the things I noticed years ago when I was told y'all. If you listen to the radio, if you listen to R&B or just period, listen to the 12 o'clock mix in your city. Listen to radio or even a station that plays older music. You're gonna notice everybody is dead. That's how I first started noticing. I'm like, I'm listening to throwback I'm listening to throwback music, R&B and rap, but I'm like, everybody's dead. Everybody they was playing was dead. Say if they play Biggie, then they play Pop, then they play Aaliyah, then they play TLC, Left Eye dead. You see what I'm saying? One day it just hit me. Everybody was dead that they was playing. And this is when I started to put a lot of this stuff together. Like I said, it's been a journey. Pieces put together. I'm like, yo, everybody they playing is dead. I'm talking about what it was like one day, it was like back to back. I think they played Whitney Houston. I was like, yo, man, everybody is dead, man. So the thing is this. D'Angelo died of cancer. So it's sad. Soul R&B star D'Angelo has died. A source confirms to People. The source says he was with family who remained by his side throughout his journey with pancreatic cancer. Though he was long considered a sex symbol, the star was conflicted about his public image, according to the source. Let's say it one more time. Though he was long considered a sex symbol, the star was conflicted about his public image. So that lets you know he was considered a sex symbol, but he wasn't happy about it. He wasn't proud of it, y'all, because they made him a sex symbol. Really, he was a sex toy. Like I said, I know what it means, because I know how the industry worked, and I know what they did to D'Angelo when he came in this shit. I know what he had to do to be on Def Jam on that Belly soundtrack. And that's why you're always going to see. They take your joy, they take your happiness, they take your talent, they take everything from you. Because they make them do it. CEOs make them no oppressors. Everybody's in on the program. If you're not with it, you get blackballed. Like I said, man, I'm glad all this stuff over because I'm tired of it. I'm sick of this era. It's just all old, dark, demonic, and it's played out. You know what I'm saying? And I never liked them anyway. All right? So he was a sex symbol, really was a sex toy. He was a male prostitute. That's how they promoted him. And that's how the industry dealt with him. When I said, in this game, they are going to be the freaks, y'all. And there's nothing they're going to do about it. When you got high ups trying to get deals done, and they bring D'Angelo to parties, and D'Angelo is doing stuff, but somehow his career just don't go forward. We're going to leave it at that. You got the proof he was miserable. And you will always see, you never saw that man happy, because he was getting pimped out. The whole science, I learned this 20 years ago. When Ja Rule had to always take his shirt off. DMX always had to take his shirt off. I knew back then they knew about Rainbow Fans, and I knew the labels made them take their shirt off. And also knew those men behind the cameras, they like when men take their shirt off. I knew all this stuff, y'all. When I started learning, as 2000s came in, when they started playing with the game, we started noticing the procedures. And you're going to see, it was slickly. See, now people dressing up and they all the way out. But back then it was slick. See, man cleavage, free balling, no drawers on, no drawers on. Then we also knew that was never for women. No, he was getting pimped out, y'all, like a male stripper, and he wasn't with it. That's why you'll see he never was really happy. In that whole video where he had to slip butt naked, y'all didn't get it. First of all, that was a straight fruity video. It was straight perverted, and that was his image. So that's why he was ashamed of himself, because that was nothing to be proud of. Your #1 video is known for you being butt naked. And we don't know what he went through with men over that. Get it? We don't know what he's been through. And we don't know if he never wanted to do it from the rip. He never wanted to even do it. So now y'all see it, man. The dark souls, neo soul. No, all that shit is dark. All that shit is weird. All of them are weirdos, y'all. I'm sorry. The industry made all of them weirdos when they sign in. Period. The industry created all the genres they sing. All this shit is made up, genres, all of that. But at the end of the day, you're going to see where it's at. Nowhere. All that shit is dark, depressing. Look at all the artists when they finish. They're dark, depressing, no light in them. They take all their talent away and they turn them into nothing. But they don't even want to sing no more. Get it? That's how it works, because they sign them contracts. That's right. That's what it is, y'all. This is the harsh reality of what it is. Once you sign over, that's not your voice no more. It's mine. Inside D'Angelo's final days, he was really conflicted, says source. I'm feeling dark and depressed just reading it. Just reading about this man. He's sad. He's sad. Then go out with pancreatic cancer. Get it? You ain't noticed a lot of them be having these issues? Kidneys shifted, pancreatic issues. I don't understand. Look, man, if we know poor people that are more healthy than rich people now. Pancreatic cancer at 51 and spent recent years struggling with his self-image, says a source. Because they also don't know what. When you go into those depression, when your mind goes into certain areas, you get sick even faster, even more. So, you know what else make it weird? Because he was always known to be healthy. He was known for showing off his body, which represent he was healthy. But he died sick. So you got it right here, y'all. That's what the industry does. He had low self-esteem, man, because his image. But that ain't it, man. I'm going to look at it like he never wanted that image. I'm going to look at it like they made him do all that stuff, and he got caught up in that image. You know, he blew up off it. That's part of his legacy. It was nothing he was going to do about it. Meaning, if he want to get money, he got to perform them songs, and that was his legacy. But I don't think he ever was proud of it. That's my whole point. The whole point you getting out of it, he was not proud of it. He was not proud of what he did. When some people just want to sing, that's all they wanted to do was just sing. They didn't sign up. They didn't want to do all that. But see, this is the whole thing. They sign up, but you don't never know what you're signing up for. That's how it works. All right? It's just how it works. But they just want to do what they do, but they have no clue. They already got a package deal for you. Because if you're a sex symbol, that means if you was a sex symbol in 98, to the day you die, you're going to have to be that sex symbol. And that's how it works. And they don't want to do that. Sometimes they want to change. Sometimes they want to do other things. They don't want to be what the industry wants them to be. And we're going to look at something else with that later in acting. When you get stuck in roles. When you sign up, you get a role, and you're going to stick to that role. His role was sex symbol. Jay-Z role was smart businessman, street hustler. Get it? They all have roles. But he didn't like his role. And a lot of them don't like their role. And the ones don't like their role, they don't want no parts of the game no more. And that's when they get blackballed. All right? No, D'Angelo ain't trying to go to every party and get touched on. He's not trying to keep going around and get fondled. He's not trying to be doing strange things for change. No, they ruin people. I told you, they make you don't want to do nothing no more. So you clearly see. I've been to, he was a dark, miserable cloud. Both of them. Both of them are. Sorry, I'm no disrespect to, I know a lot of y'all like their music, no disrespect to nobody, but I'm always be honest in my opinion, man. If you want to talk about the industry, neo soul is the darkest department. This is what it was. and the most weirdos. Put Erykah Badu in there. A source tells, because the truth is, this shit was based on witchcraft. I'm just gonna be 1,000 with you. I'm not even gonna play with y'all. You know what I'm saying? That shit was all based on witchcraft. All the neo soul singers are witches. Or they was. Get it? I'll say they was. It's just the truth. Casting them spells, all witches. Straight up. A source tells people the Untitled, How Does It Feel singer. His name is Michael Eugene Archer. But you see, his name is D. See the D? D'Angelo. That's his name. Meanwhile, that ain't even his name. Like I said, a lot of y'all should know that by now. None of their names are their real names. Majority of them, none of them those real names are their names. A source tells people that he was in hospice for 2 weeks, dying. Man, that fool could have had HIV, man. Like I said. You know what I'm saying? Was in hospice for 2 weeks, but had been in the hospital for months. By his side through it all was son Mike Jr., 27, whom he shared with late R&B star Angie Stone. You know, whenever they die, they're gonna say it was, you know, if it I mean, it's like this. Not saying he did, but whenever they pass away, they never gonna say they had HIV for real. They never gonna say they had full blown. You know what? They don't do that. Get it? Plus, it also sometimes mess up the legacy. But I don't know. But like I say, man, a lot of people dying before their time. But it's not just that. It's this. This is what I was telling y'all. 50s is not old, but in the industry, it's old because they come in at 20, 21. When you 50 in the industry, you got about 25 years plus in. That's what I kept trying to tell people. When you in the industry, but you've been drinking alcohol for 25 years straight. You have not been getting proper sleep for 25 years straight. Then they got to do it. People been doing drugs and all this other shit 25 years straight. By the time they 50, their body is like they 80, 75, the insides. All that singing, all that working. You gotta remember, every time you sing, it's coming out of you. You giving something out of you. You're singing. After all those years, y'all, the body shuts down. This is what happened. Things happen. Or the immune system get weak. Just by flying around all the time, your immune system get weak. By working too much. By sleep, by depriving yourself of sleep, your immune system go down. By not getting sunlight when you're always in the house and you're always in rooms. It's a lot of reasons why people be sick before their time. Then if you depress it and you got issues, that's even faster. So it's a lot of reasons why it ain't bad for them, y'all. You're not noticing the pattern yet. No, it's a spirit thing, y'all. It is a spirit thing. When you become depressed, you become a dark spirit. Nothing good comes from a dark spirit. That's how it goes. So he was never happy. So he could have put himself in the ground before his time. Maybe he didn't want to be here no more. These are the assumptions I make. I say these things because these things have affected a lot of people the same way. This is all examples. When people, he is also an example of living in a depression or not having amends with yourself. And these people got to learn, hey, if I did something when I was young, I got to get over it. That's what it means. I can't be still dwelling on what I did at 28, at 51. That's people's problem. When people can do everything in the world, y'all, they can go to a gun range. People can go to the gym, lift all these weights. People will fight you, but they can't address their own issues. That's how life is, y'all. People would do everything but address them. You can be a captain of a military and still can't address your own personal issues. You could have been in 3 wars, 5 shootouts, still can't address your own personal warfare issues, your life. That's why people be destroyed, y'all. It destroys a lot of people. That's what it's all about with this psyche shit. See that? Devil's Pie. That was his gain of fame. One of them. See that? Devil's Pie. That's his catalog. That's his foundation. Maybe he wasn't proud of that song either. A lot of stuff he probably had to do he wasn't proud of, y'all. Because in that game, they're going to make you do it. especially when he came in the game. He came in the game around all those fruit buckets, Russell Simmons and all of them. When they find out you in shape, you got muscles, they want you to take your shirt off every picture. That's how I start, bro. Take the shirt off, show the muscles, cause it's a package deal. But I will say this: also, they were getting artists out of strip clubs. So let me make this clear: they could have found him in the strip club somewhere. I don't know, but I know the game now. Yeah, they would get people out of, they get men out of strip clubs, all that. For the package deal, that's their son, y'all. That is their son. You also have proof they make them have kids. They make them have kids, y'all. There's no way around it. They got to have at least one. Also, when you go in ancient history, when you go into bondage, people that was in bondage, only time they had to work is when they was having kids. Remember I told you that about the industry? Same thing with the industry. Only time they don't got to work is when they're having kids. And you're going to see some of them had kids back to back because they really don't want to go back to work. And that's how it is. Other than that, they shall work to the day they die. What up, C-Mills? People got to learn to move on because life don't stop. Exactly. That's right. People are slaughtering themselves with life, man. Life, man, yo, man, that's what I'm saying. If we live in a world where nobody really been doing it, people been doing everything to themselves. Whether doing too much or not doing enough. The main thing people don't do is check themselves. People will spend their whole life running from their self. But they didn't know that's what makes you lunatic. That's what makes you crazy. When you don't deal with all your sides, you just want to deal with your good side, but you don't want to face your bad side. That's why you become one-dimensional, and then that's why you become delusional. Because that one side you ignoring, everybody see it, and everybody know. But you don't want to acknowledge it. That's what makes you the crazy one. But we know better. That's life. No, you want to be to the point where you know all your flaws. There's nothing nobody going to tell you that you don't know already. It's something that you know what I'm saying? This is why I tell you. This is why the truth is some of us can't be broken by what people say. Some of us cannot be broken by people's opinion because we know better. We are our worst critic. When you're your worst critic, it's not nobody can say that's going to phase you, guys. Life is so simple. It is really elementary. But everybody was told that life was college with all this extra degree shit. No, it's very simple. This why he ain't like his life. They made him be the R&B Leon, y'all. He had to keep the cornrows. He had to keep taking that shirt off because that was his image. See, that's what I'm trying to tell you. When you D'Angelo and that's the role they make you play, you might want to be big. You might say, I just want to eat and just get big. That's not his image. You can't be big. Same way when Fat Joe lost weight, fans didn't like that. You supposed to be Fat Joe. Because that's the role you played all these years. If you lose weight, you ain't Fat Joe no more. That's how the industry works. If D'Angelo becomes big, he's not D'Angelo no more. So they have to stay in their role. If Halle Berry get thicker, she's not Halle Berry. You get what I'm saying? This shit is for real. Because remember, if I book D'Angelo for a show, I want the same D'Angelo. If I book him for a show, I want the same D'Angelo from 1998. Take your shirt off. See how it works? Oh, I don't want no D'Angelo that gained weight with a big stomach. That's not D'Angelo. That's not going to sell no tickets. Now, do you now see why they get stuck in character? There's many ways they get stuck in character forever. Meaning, he might want to gain weight. The person might want to lose weight. Whatever it is, they can't do it. Because it's going to mess up their image. Their image is their prison. This is why, if I spoke about yesterday, it's called family. When you sell your soul, it's a lot that come with it. When you sell your soul, you don't even get to determine how you look no more. That's how it works. They'll try to tell you. Okay, D'Angelo, his image is cornrows. If D'Angelo wake up one day and say, I just want to be bald, he can't do that because that's not his image. Get it? He can't just be bald. He got to keep them cornrows in, y'all. So sad. Hopefully a lot of y'all see it. Man, it's a lot of reasons why your soul is sold, man. You're not you no more. This is what they made him do, y'all. He was a male. They made him be a male prostitute, a male stripper. So he didn't like his career, y'all. And you will always see he did not enjoy it. You will see. You looking throughout the years, that man did not enjoy it. It's like he did what he had to do. He know what he had to do. He know what the industry did to him. So you've been getting examples many, many, many different ways, y'all. But you also know he got blackballed a long time ago because he wasn't with the program. All right, that's why everybody else is over him, right? Okay. Now, y'all. The secret that was a secret are not secrets no more, y'all. When people can get that, I know a lot of y'all thought y'all were in secret organizations. I know y'all thought that. But I'm trying to tell y'all, nothing you was told was the truth. Meaning, there's no more secrets no more, y'all. Everything is out. This procedure that everybody had to go through is ancient. The ancient system of control. Without weaponry, without force, without violence. Turning humans into remote controls is over 1,000-year-old science. You want to know who started it? You go find out on your own. You want to know who applied these sciences throughout the centuries? You go look it up on your own. But I know all this shit is nothing new. The thing is, when they signed up for the check, they didn't know about these systems. When I told you, it's only one way you get millions given to you. It's only one way. You must be controlled. When you had the power to control fan bases by the millions, that's a threat. That's power. So if you got power over fans, somebody got to have power over you. It's a system that goes back thousands of years. Why am I saying that? Because you will see he was not happy. He was in a system. It's called the Hollywood system. It's called the BET Black Hollywood system. Period. Because y'all don't get it's roles you're going to play. You either going to be this or you're going to be a criminal. One of the two. I never knew they made this man put on female underwear. Victoria's Secret. You got your proof what the industry do. You see his offspring, see his child? Okay. Apple don't fall far from the tree. Science. Even this right here is science. How his son come out like this. All this shit go back 1,000 years. They make them have kids. That's why you'll see all of them are always arranged. I spoke about it yesterday. You got real couples and you got the arranged ones. All celebrity marriages are arranged. All of them. Every last one of them. And you'll know that because you will see throughout the years, if you pay attention, you will see they ain't in love like that. They never showed me they was really in love like that. Angie Stone and D'Angelo never showed me they was in love like that. That's why I was showing you the pictures of Travis and Taylor kissing. Remember when I said before, I said, if they not kissing, that shit ain't real. And then what? You seen Justin kissing this girl. You seen Taylor and kissing. Okay. Now, if I ask you how many black couples you seen kissing on the mouth that's supposed to have been together for a long time, you couldn't tell me how many times. Plus, it's deeper than that. I'm going to just leave it where it's at, man. They under a certain program, y'all. There's certain things they can do and certain things they can't. There's certain things they can do, certain things they can't do. I'm not going to say everything. It's all in your face. Y'all on Instagram every day and still don't know. You've been looking at them taking pictures for years and y'all still don't know the code. I'll give you another one. Woman got to keep their legs. Woman can't show woman got to close their legs. I'm going to leave it at that, y'all. I'm just telling you, their whole system is shut down, bro. This is what they had him doing, y'all. So that's why he was miserable to the day he died. And don't forget his first song. Well, I know him for this. The first song I know him for. Because I don't know which one came out first, but I just know Devil's Pie from Belly. And I know when he did this, he was at Def Jam. He was around Russell Simmons, jayz, he was around all of them, Dame and all of them. Get it? And he was around all the freaks. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. I'm pretty sure Russell Simmons loved him. So like I said, y'all, they're all dark and depressing. And like I said, I don't feel sorry for none of them. They got their money. They live their life. but they didn't know in the end it was going to be miserable. See that, y'all? They made that man wear panties. See that? And you will see he never was happy. Let's look throughout the years. He's not happy because he with Jay-Z. Plus, that's before Jay-Z became as big as he is now. And everybody like him was a threat to Jay-Z. So this might be the only time I see him smile right here. And this might be, he was just doing him later on in life. You know what I'm saying? He also got his shirt on. He might have was happy that day. He got to be naked. You know what I'm saying? He probably like that naked shit. Like I tell people, real men don't want to be naked. If you got muscles, but just because I got muscles don't mean I want to keep taking my shirt off. Why? Everybody and their mother going to be looking. It ain't about all that. You know what I'm saying? No, I know that. I learned years ago that's what that means. Just like I knew when all the men got their shirt off and they hugged up. Go watch some rap videos, all the men rapping with their shirts off. I'm not going to say the name of the rappers. Many rap videos, hip-hop videos you've seen throughout the year of rappers with no shirt on, hugging up. What's up? They rapping while they hugged up, all their shirts off, and they hugged up together. You never knew what that meant, did you? But other people did. Other people did. Other people did. See that old picture? You see that? You see what y'all was be talking about, right? You see him butt naked on that man's shoulders? Okay. All right. It's nothing new. It's a system. Guess who's the most participant in the system? Okay, then. All right. Do you see it clear? Butt naked on the shoulders? Okay. Make it more clear for you. What country you think they in? Okay. I'm going to leave it at that. Because Belly is the movie D'Angelo got his fame from. That song, because that song was a classic on that album. That Belly album sold a lot of copies. What's his name in Belly? Rico. What Rico did? Snitch. See how it was coded in the movie? Who put Belly out? Def Jam. See how they always tell you about Rico? See, you got 2 hip-hop movies with the word Rico in it. Paid in Full. What he do? Cameron. Snitch. In this movie, what he do? I'm going to drop a dime on him. Snitch. What's his name? Rico. It was already coded, y'all. One day y'all all going to be down with Rico and y'all all going to be snitches. All in hip-hop, guys. These guys been putting curses on y'all, man. Belly was a straight movie of failure. Young boy on the bench smoking a blunt. All that shit represents your pedo behavior, man. Oh, I saw a picture of that boy recent too. He a grown-ass man now, but I saw him recent. Yeah. The whole movie Belly was a demonic movie, y'all. The whole shit. Yeah, it was the whole shit, wicked demonic shit. Yeah. But anyway, remember, all your hood movies and classics are cult. They are demonic cults, for real. They all satanic movies. Straight up. So I don't got to play with y'all. Thank you very much, QB. So Rico was in Paid in Full, and Rico was in Belly. See our program? Snitch. Do crime, snitch. That's our program. All right, let's go. Diddy's twin girls say no to college, going to be influencers and models instead. Diddy's twin girls say no to college, going to be influencers and models instead. All right? So what y'all think about that? Well, we already spoke about that. I already knew that was going to happen because I already know what's up. Thank you very much, Red Bird. I already know what's up, so I'm only showing you this because what did I say is the future for your kids? What's the future for your future generations? Influencers, models instead. Diddy twin girls say no to college, going to be influencers instead. Family, what did I just tell you on this episode right here? What did I tell you to tell those children? Okay, I'm not going to say nothing else. Yeah, everybody, you should, okay, certain people, you should already know the agenda of the future. When I said everybody will be podcasters and influencers, and they will be in their house, and they will be outside of society. Anybody following that path, you shall be outside of society forever. Guess what else, y'all? Everything I said to y'all, I saw it on the news yesterday. I saw the politician saying it out of mouth. You know what the politician said? Get your kids into technology, meaning I'm going to let y'all know something. It's kids already enrolled, taking up AI courses. They got new courses, y'all. They got youngsters already in college, community college. They already taking up AI courses. They doing certain things. And she said, the politician said it. They go to school now. By the time they graduate, these businesses will be ready for them. They'll be ready for these businesses. Everything I told y'all already. So, like I said, you want to hear about gematria? You want to keep hearing about sacrifice? Carry on, folks. Anybody want to know about the new world and where it's headed for your generation and your future kids? Yeah, that's where it's at. Tech. So let's go, y'all, because I just want to show y'all that they're promoting for. Let me tell you like this. I'm not, like I said, I'm not here to play. It's already known a percentage of people are stupid. When I say stupid, they're not tech smart. They're not throw the tech out the window. They're not intelligent, period. They're not book smart. Intelligence and smarts was not taught like that, y'all. People were not raised to be on honor roll. People were not raised that anything lower than the sea is failure. What y'all don't get, this last decade was raised a certain way, but the way they were raised made them obsolete for the future. So all people that are obsolete from the future, they're going to have to take low-level jobs, and they're going to have to try their hands at working online. And that's how it's going to be, influencer. But my point is, what they're not saying is, it's not going to be a lot of money in this stuff no more. All right, period. It's already not a lot of money. Busta Rhymes countersues ex-assistant. We now got to talk about Busta Rhymes with his alleged man abuse. Because now you should know the narrative that they are abusive. They've been abusing their power. When I cracked the joke the other day and I said, people don't get that these entertainers were dealing with modern day slavery on many occasions. Once again, it's in the Smokey Robinson accusations. When you're their personal assistant, code word is slave. Code word also could be sex slave. Code word could be boyfriend. All right? Personal assistant, personal life. You not Busta Rhymes, and you just let somebody be all in your business, all up under you, out of nowhere, unless you trust them like that. Personal assistant. But I also told you how a lot of these personal assistants, they're not going out like that. A lot of people are not going for it now. Meaning, the way times are hard, the game is different. See, before, they would tolerate abuse. What, Busta Rhymes, he did something dirty to me, I ain't going to say nothing. I just go work somewhere else. But now they know it's nowhere else to work at. Now they know it's no more money being cut, y'all. So now when you was Busta Rhymes assistant and you understand it ain't no more money, now Busta Rhymes ain't getting a pass. So when I said this was going to keep happening with these lawsuits and this exposure, everything is coded. A man is suing Busta Rhymes, his personal assistant. Allegedly, he was putting hands on him and all that. But it's also sounding to me like that could have been his little boyfriend too. All right? Because they in the buck breaking, y'all. The same allegations with Fat Joe is the same allegations with Busta Rhymes. The same allegations with the diddler. Busta Rhymes filed a countersuit. Once again, I'm going to say it again. If I didn't do nothing, why do I always have to use a countersuit? If I know for a fact this man is lying his ass off, don't I already know when I'm going to embarrass him in court when that shit get thrown out? Or if that man might got a leg to stand on, I put a countersuit on him. Because if I'm rich and I got big lawyers and he's broke and I put a countersuit on him, I put the pressure back on him. But does it really mean anything? No, it don't. Because if I didn't do nothing, why the hell am I going to countersue somebody if I didn't do the shit? Let's go. Let's go to court, bro. Let's get it popping. Then, after it come out you was a liar, then I'm going to sue your ass for defamation. I'm going to sue your ass after that just to ruin your life. See the difference? No, I told you they're still playing industry games. They're being exposed, y'all. Because you know how I know? You should know. There's no such thing as having a personal assistant, and you're not being personal with him. Okay, my point is this. It's one thing when the engineer in the studio accuse you of shit. It's one thing when the artist in your label, but a personal assistant makes it personal. Personal assistants be in a home. Personal assistants are their personal slaves, y'all. Period. The people that wash their clothes and all that shit. Get it? Stuff like that. So as you see right here, Busta Rhymes filed a counter lawsuit in federal court against the former assistant, Deshelle Gables, who claimed the rapper assaulted him. At a minimum, Gables acted negligently in asserting the truth, the filing alleges. Come on, man, this shit corny. I don't even feel like repeating that shit. Busta Rhymes basically trying to sue, saying he fabricating stuff. Whatever, man. Gables alleged that the Put Your Hands Where My Eyes Can See artist spat in employees' faces, saying Busta Rhymes spit in people's face, grabbed their clothes, jacking them up, smacked them in the back of their heads, punking them. That's what they say he was doing. Abusive shit. Like I said, they down with that humiliation. So remember, when I'm down with Busta Rhymes, I'm going to take his hazing. That's all they with that hazing shit. So therefore they be hazing. They really be abusing. And I know what happened. I'm going to be honest. He probably did fire that dude, and that dude got mad and sued his ass. But guess what? I'm still not saying Busta Rhymes ain't do all that. That's because that's how it worked. It's a dirty game, y'all. A lot of this shit be no different from they break up with somebody, and it's the same thing as you break up with the girl, and then she slander your ass after that. But she might slander you, but she still was down with all the shit y'all was doing together. Like, you might have a woman leave a dude, say, you a drug head. But meanwhile, she would get high with him. That's a part of, I say, that's how a lot of this stuff goes, y'all. What you don't get, what a lot of y'all don't get. When you see a lot of fallouts be based on shit. And what happens is, one of the people tells. But what they don't do is tell on themselves. They don't tell their part. Remember the saying, it take two to tangle. You with the man, you talking about how much he was on drugs, he was this, that, and the third, but look how long you was with him. So what did that make you? Okay. Busta Rhymes, you being accused of a lot of shit. But if I don't do shit, I can't be accused of nothing I didn't do. If I didn't have a personal assistant close to me, if I didn't have a man this close to me in my life, I wouldn't be accused of this shit. Now, the question is, who is the man? Where you get him from? How did he end up in your life? How did you pick him as a personal assistant? I know what to look at. Where you get him from? Who is he? Get it? Why did you pick him? Of all personal assistants, Busta Rhymes, what made you pick him? Okay, you had to trust him. It had to be some connection. So, let's go. Because we know y'all have boyfriends disguised. Meanwhile, put your hands where my eyes can see. He also claimed he experienced verbal abuse, like a female, with Mr. Smith allegedly routinely degrading him and screaming at him like he was Busta Rhymes' little bitch. Making unreasonable and demeaning demands. Making unreasonable demands. And demeaning. Pronto. So you're seeing Busta Rhymes controlling another man. I'm pretty sure it's not a real man, because Busta Rhymes ain't gonna have no real man doing shit, and no real masculine man is not gonna be a personal assistant for another man. All right? Sound to me like he talking to his little boot thing. That's how he handled his booze. That's what it sound like to me. The former assistant also claimed in a complaint that he was punched in the face twice. Y'all can see Busta Rhymes doing that. He was using his phone while on the clock in January 2025. So Busta Rhymes punched him in the face twice as if he was a jealous man, and his girl was on the phone talking to another man. Who you talking to? That's what it sounded like to me. Sounded to me like he was pissed, jealous, don't it? Bro, why would I get mad at my personal assistant on the phone like that? It's all alleged, but I'm just saying, the way it's being played out to me, it started to sound like that was Busta Rhymes' little boot thing. Let's go. The former assistant also claimed in a complaint that he was punched in the face twice because he was using his phone while on the clock. So allegedly, being that he was on the clock, Busta Rhymes wanted his full attention and allegedly punched him twice. What else? In January 2025, Gables allegedly was trying to contact his daughter, and the rapper told him, "Stay the F off your phone," before punching him twice. Pop, pop. Damn, Busta Rhymes keep it gangster like that. I never heard Busta Rhymes be that tough. Every time I see Busta Rhymes being tough, it was some small people. He was getting robbed in Brooklyn for all this shit. I never heard him come back and get nothing shot up. I never heard of nothing. Nope. He turns Flip Star into a bulletproof vest. We up on this dark Tuesday. We not dark, but it's dark out here, y'all. It's nothing but darkness. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. Every time I talk about these people, they dark, man. Cause they old, bro. And they finished and they just won't stop. So Gables alleged wage and hour violations. Here's your part where I call it slavery, because that's what it's called. When the gov had to put out all these recent laws, which I don't get, is tied in with the trafficking, the kidnapping. Because you don't get that. They were still using humans as slaves. When you're somebody's personal assistant and they don't pay you accordingly, that's slavery. They say, Diddy, a lot of them do that shit. If I work for you 10 hours a day and my salary is $100 an hour, you're supposed to pay me $1,000 a day. But then sometimes they being slick, giving them $400, I'm just paying them $500 for a day, $600. You know what I'm saying? Playing with people money. And they did it a lot. But you're not looking at, if I'm your personal assistant for a whole year, and every time you're supposed to pay me $1,000, you kept paying me $500. I added up through the rest of the year, kind of find out you done shorted me $8,000. Playing around. That's the stuff they do. Slick. You know what I'm saying? But it's really low-key slavery because you underpaying me. It's no different from I work at a job, my pay is $14 an hour, but you low-key keep paying me $10 an hour on my check. You can't do that. But that's what they do, y'all. Many things they did to cheat the books because rappers don't want to go broke. So a lot of shit they was doing, the same exact thing Fat Joe an alleged victim is accusing him of, the same thing. When I kept telling you, you're going to see the New York rappers are the main ones being accused of abusive behavior because it goes back to when they had a lot of power. It was nothing you was going to do about it. And you're going to see, since the diddler is not home, they don't have no power, and they catching all these lawsuits. Let's go. When I said it's all of them, and I said they all are abusive one way or another. Busta Rhymes could be a certified penis grabber. Ain't nothing you're going to say about it. You're a personal assistant unless you're going to quit. But that's the stuff they be doing. All right? They're weird. Smack you in the butt. Good job. That's what they do. All right? So look, you're going to see the man said Busta Rhymes was making unreasonable and demeaning demands. Demeaning. Also said he was talking to his child. Busta Rhymes probably got jealous, thought he was talking to a woman. It started to make sense to me, y'all. I think Busta Rhymes thought he was talking to a woman. Because bro said he was talking to his daughter. Busta Rhymes could have got jealous, thought he was talking to a woman. Who you talking to? I told you don't be on your phone. Pop, pop. That's what it sounded like to me. That's what it sounded like to me. Why? Because he said, if it wasn't his personal assistant, I wouldn't be thinking like that. Personal assistant mean, and Busta Rhymes personal, that means he's trusted in his personal life. One way or another. Trust me on that. Sounds to me like a slick, coded. These lawsuits are starting to sound like they're from their boyfriends, y'all. That's what it's starting to sound like to me, man. The former assistant also alleged in the complaint that Smith, Busta Rhymes, fired him, effectively blacklisted him from employment opportunities in his chosen field in the music industry because he filed a police report over the incident like a domestic violence dispute. Busta Rhymes punched him. He went to the precinct. He got it. He got the proof. He got the paperwork. So he didn't play around. I completely and categorically deny these allegations, said Busta Rhymes in a statement obtained by people at the time, calling the lawsuit an attempted shakedown by a disgruntled former assistant. Well, Busta Rhymes, if it's a shakedown, why are you putting a countersuit? If I'm rich, let the shakedowns begin. After that, you really ain't gonna have no job after that, bro. Cause once everybody know you the one that lied on Busta Rhymes, you never getting a job after that. See that? What's the countersuit for, Busta? Or is this a domestic dispute? That's what it sounds like to me. It's starting to sound like a lover's quarrel. Told you everything in rap is coded, y'all. No man gets abused by another man. But if he did, it had to be some alpha male, beta male. Why I say that? Busta Rhymes ain't gonna trust any kind of man with his business. Personal assistant. You think of Shannon Sharp, stylist. Remember I talk, we know all this now, see? Stylist, personal assistant, same shit. No. Busta Rhymes, this shit sound like domestic violence, bro. It sound like when you beat your boo up, your boo went and put that paperwork on your ass. That's what it sound like to me. You wasn't paying them. Sound to me like y'all was in a relationship. Wage and hour violations, assault and battery, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. Emotional distress. It's down to me, Busta Rhymes, like that was your boo, man. I'm sorry. I'm hearing emotional distress. I'm hearing scorn lover. I'm hearing domestic violence. Now I'll give you this, Busta Rhymes. Only right you got in this lawsuit is if your defense is, Your Honor, it was just domestic violence. Now I give you that. Because that's what it sounded like to me, bro. He said you made demanding stuff, demeaning. You didn't want to pay him. You exposed, Busta Rhymes. But you've been exposed. The truth is, Busta Rhymes came out the closet when he started walking around it. He was a willing participant at the Rainbow Parade. He been on the ground. Now, I will say that about Busta Rhymes. He has supported the LGBTQ to the fullest extent. He did do that. So I know what this is about. And Busta Rhymes will never let you see him with his wife. And we looked at him a couple weeks ago when he didn't want that old actress to kiss him. Hell no. You will not mess up his image. After allegedly punching Gables in the face, Gables filed a police report. So he went straight to the DA. He went straight and put the paperwork in on Busta Rhymes. So obviously, y'all, that's some kind of proof, ain't it? Now, unless that man punched himself in the face, that man got proof. He went to the precinct right after it happened. So, what does that say, y'all? It sounds like domestic violence. Cold word, personal assistant, y'all. That's bullshit. His boyfriend. BS, y'all. It's his boyfriend, man. I'm sorry. It's all in the story. Gables alleged that Busta Rhymes spit in employee faces. He also claimed he experienced verbal abuse the same way a man cursed his girl out. He routinely degraded him, screaming at him like a man does to his girl. The former assistant also claimed in a complaint he was punched in the face, just like these punks do to their girls. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. No, bro. If I don't hear nothing about you swinging back, fighting, I know what kind of man you was. That's it. No, Busta Rhymes know who to play with, too. No, Busta Rhymes. Another thing they doing, I want to see that man. No, y'all got it clear, right? Busta Rhymes participates in domestic violence against his personal assistants. Don't he got a song called Touch It? Well, the guy told you he makes demanding remarks, statements. He wants you to do shit you don't want to do. So if you're his personal assistant and Busta Rhymes says, I don't want you to go to the store. I want you to touch it. I pay you $1,000 a day, but I need you to touch it. All right? Now you're going to say if you're a personal assistant. So let me finish showing you the Boondocks. Your life is scripted. Boondocks was joking on Usher a long time ago, too, being a freak and a pervert. Yeah, just let you know, man. The Boondocks wrote y'all whole history, how it's going to play out in the end. Yup. So all jokes aside, we'll get to some real talk, but I want to try this. I didn't talk about this the other day when I showed you they all finished. Ray J is 44 years old. This the shit they making up on themselves. Christian Rock moves in with Ray J. Both of them managed by Whack 100 at one point. This how low they all got it. Now, the California celebrities are the worst because they ain't got shit going on. They got to definitely act shit out. Ray J and Christian Rock, y'all. 44-year-old Ray J. You see how he lost now, y'all? Go back and watch Moesha when he was young. Look how he's 44. He just a lost grown man now. Just lost. Yeah. Thank you very much for Tima. He is part of the Butt Pluggers Baby All clan. That's right. All of them are. Now we got to get into some real stuff, what I've been talking about. And I'm going to keep showing y'all this YouTube takeover. A percentage is what I said it was. A percentage of this YouTube takeover is the movement of truth. Not no conspiracy. Not no shit for shock value. Facts. Research. Everybody's life is being examined. Everybody's belief. Everybody's behavior. Everything, y'all. But all the things I've been talking to y'all about, I'm going to now show you how it's a worldwide thing, and everybody's talking about these things. Now, our TS is really being targeted for slaughter. Why am I saying that? Because this is a big topic that nobody spoke about. I've been spoke about all this when it was happening. So this is what I always want people to get clear. I laugh and joke because that's what I do. And nobody on this planet is higher than thou where they can't be joked on and laughed at too. I joke and laugh at myself. But real is real. So even though I laugh and joke about the Diddy trial, when these TSs were getting slayed, found all over the place, getting found in the back of trunks, burnt alive, found in waters floating, I gave y'all the update and told y'all what was happening. But what people don't get is this is the epidemic to this day, because when they get slaughtered, it's not counted. And guess what else? Guess what the major thing happened with these people that y'all don't get? The main reason why a lot of them not accounted for, because they born one way, but they die another way. The ID, they say they ain't got no ID. Some of them never get claimed by their families. Some of their families don't know where they be at. This has been happening for the past couple years. Slaughter. Don't be on the TV like that. A lot of the stuff is not being spoken about. But I was showing you how other people been talking about it. Because this is one of the things affecting y'all communities. And these are the things, like I said, people ain't been talking about it. So reason why I'm saying that, because you in a world where all these things been going on, and you've been having all of these platforms you watch, but they have not been talking about this stuff. What people not getting, this was all, so okay, y'all know about all y'all kids, people getting slaughtered, right? Drill, rap, streets, crime. You heard about fertility rate, but nobody's counting these numbers. These numbers don't get counted. Are you getting it? We'll leave it at that. So I just wanted you to see with this awareness that this been going on, y'all. And I'm showing you how other people been talking about it. Meanwhile, it's a lot of y'all community. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. They are part of the Black community, but y'all do not talk about the shit that happens. When I said all y'all do is talk about racism, y'all not talking about all y'all people that's being targeted. All right? So, let me get back to this real quick. Your homeboy, Clifton Powell. Now, I'm going to go back to what I just showed y'all with D'Angelo. When I said, if you come in Hollywood, you got to play role. Whatever role they want you to play, that's what you're going to play. So a couple weeks ago, I did the video. Your life is scripted. Sins of the South. Going into the whole science of the heat and the night, how that TV show was way more than what y'all thought it was. The truth is, this shit better than Law and Order and everything. In the heat of the night actually show cops get shot, all of that. But that's not my point. The point is this. Clifton Powell, a lot of celebrities was on it. Clifton Powell got one of his starts on here, and he had to play a bad guy role. That's my point. Because this is the trick of Hollywood. You're going to play two guys. You're going to be one of the three. Really one of the two. You're going to be, you either going to play criminal roles or you're going to play zesty roles or clown roles. I'll just say that. Either a clown or you're going to play a gangster. That's it. Not a hero. Not a ladies' man. That's how it works. So like when Clifton Powell be talking about how he don't put on dress, he don't do all that, he's right about that because that's not his role. His role is to play the gangster, the tough guy, the one that always go to jail, the one that's not to be trusted, the piece of shit. The Hollywood role is the darker you are, the darker your role gonna be. So in this, I caught it. He had a white woman kidnapped with that gun in her head. He played the role of kidnapping white people. So what I'm trying to tell you, when being that these are one of his first roles, I don't know if he didn't know. I don't know if he knows just playing stupid. But when you come in the game, this is what you're gonna be forever. And you're gonna see every movie he had to play the bad guy. He had 2 people hostage in their home. But this also was the teachings of the South. See, when the South wasn't crime infested, this TV show taught them all the crimes. And all the crimes the blacks started to do, in the TV show, they show you the whites did all the crimes first. From selling drugs, kidnapping, kicking down doors, selling drugs, everything. Baby mamas, the white girls with the trash with their beds on the floor. Everything blacks do now in the South, the whites did it first, and it's in this whole shit. The whole shit. It show you for how first was racist, and then it all flipped. They all had to get along, and then once they got along, it switched roles. And then they became the good guys, and y'all became the bad guys. And that's what happened. To this day, that's the role. Trading places. He had to play the bad guy in this shit. Because you're going to see every movie he played. And now what happens is, this what happens. Because sometimes they front, y'all. Meaning, when they come in, they know the role they play, and they know the role they got to play. The problem is, as they get older, it affects them because they don't want to play them roles no more, or they get limited jobs. Let me give it to you clear as day. That's why I say, I don't know if they don't know or they just be lying. Once you play the role of putting the gun in a white woman's head, and you play the role of robbing a white couple, you'll never play a positive man. It's just not gonna be believable in Hollywood. They're not gonna give you that role. You don't get to play Bill Cosby after that. Get it? They're not gonna give you a Bill Cosby role. Because you were so good at that dirty role. You was good at it. You need some more of that. That's just how it works. Like I say, when they sign on for a lot, y'all. Selling your soul is you don't get to pick how you act. You an actor. You sign a contract. We own your soul. Your talents come from your soul. Your acting ability come from your soul. We buy your acting ability, and now we tell you what your acting ability will be used for. Told you, you sign up for it. Not nothing they make you do. It's just that they might not know it, but when they get older, they get sick of playing the same role because they understand. You know what they understand? There's the other secret to it. When you play a low-down, dirty role, you never get to be a lead star. That's why you will see after Halle Berry did Monsters Ball, she never had a successful leading role after that of glory. Glory roles are blockbuster movies. They are the ones respected, y'all. It's the movie where the man gets the glory in the end. Those are the real Hollywood films. I told you guys to watch the movie Babylon. My smart people on this channel, they watched it. They know what's up. The real Hollywood role is the guy that rides off into the sunset in the end with the woman. He gets the glory. That is the real masculine Hollywood role that everybody does not get to get. When I told you, only certain people get those roles. Brad Pitt, stuff like that. Get it? George Clooney, Sean Penn. These were the actors that got those roles, and they were never going to get those roles. But in the 2000s, they started letting Denzel, Will Smith get those roles. They started letting them taste it. Samuel Jackson a little bit. But that's about it. All other roles, they will be low level. They're going to be a clown, a sidekick, a pervert, a criminal, an inmate, something like that. A woman beater, a rapist. That's their role. So that's why I say, I don't know if they don't know that when they come in and they sign a contract and they be thinking they're going to do other shit, but they have no clue what's going to happen to them. Yeah. So that's how it works. But then you will see some of them are flexible. Like, see what happened. Okay, I'm going to tell you what saved Jamie Foxx. You know what saved Jamie Foxx? Because he started on Living Color. So Living Color, you play what? A lot of roles. So Jamie Foxx never got stuck in a role, meaning he proved to us he can be comedy. He can do a football role because Jamie Foxx played football for real. So any given Sunday, he fit that role. Then when Jamie Foxx showed his greatness as an actor, what'd he do? Ray, serious. That's what he got his respect for, his clout and his award, because that was real acting. But Jamie Foxx will show his versatility on Living Color. Get it? So that's why you're going to see some actors got more leeway than others. Okay, Will Smith was a rapper, then he did Fresh Prince. So he did many, many different roles, get it? So that's why his roles are more diverse coming in. It's a different. LL Cool J was a rapper. So he got to play a little bit more diverse roles. LL didn't come in as a bad guy. That was also the helpings of those who were on TV shows first. Because if I was on a TV show first as a good guy, it'll get me good movie roles after that. That's how it worked. But if you're a bad guy, you always going like G Money, right? Remember G Money was in Nino? Okay, remember G Money was in New Jack City? G Money couldn't get no good roles after that. Even though G Money was a good actor, he couldn't get no good roles. Just like Nino got roles after that, but Nino always had to play the bad guy. See what I'm saying? Yeah. So I just want to try to see that because it goes back to what I said with D'Angelo. He got stuck in this role, y'all, and he didn't want to keep doing this shit. That's why you're going to see he wasn't happy, man. He was never happy. So we now got the proof on what the industry does to you through D'Angelo, and it's proven, y'all. Inside D'Angelo's final days, he was really conflicted, says sources. The Grammy-winning soul singer died of pancreatic cancer at 51. He died sick and horrible, y'all. He died messed up. He wasn't happy in his last day. He was struggling with his self-image. He didn't like the image he portrayed because the industry going to make you do it, y'all. That's what y'all got to catch with this whole thing. He didn't want to keep stripping. But when you do business with Def Jam and you come in this game, he got locked in that role. Devil's Power was the song on Belly. That was a Def Jam creation. Russell Simmons and them people. Get it? D'Angelo didn't have a chance, y'all. When you sign with them, y'all, you're going to be 110% controlled. And when you don't deal with them no more, you will be blackballed. And you're going to see after D'Angelo took them clothes off, he was not the same after that video. He was just not the same. He was ashamed of himself, y'all. He didn't like that shit. Because he also know in Hollywood, in this game, they going to want me to do that song to the day I die. He know this shit. I don't want to keep doing that song. But if I'm getting booked for my best song, you get it? That's why I tell you, it's a trap. You be in a pyramid for real. See, the same song made him a household name and a star with the same song. He probably hated it. But at the same time, his money tied in with that song. I can't afford to deny doing it. I'm getting booked for shows. I can't deny it because that's my money. But I hate the shit. That's how the game goes, y'all. Well, you heard many times artists said they ain't like the song. And guess what? You should know a lot of artists had to sing songs they didn't even fucking write. They don't even have to. Mostly all R&B singers don't even write. They never wrote their music, y'all. Never. That's why I told you the R&B singers got pimped the most. The program for R&B singers is get your ass in that booth and sing. That's their whole code. Get your ass in the booth and sing. Don't worry about all other shit. It was set up. When I said it's set up for the R&B for them to be broke, let me give you an example. You're going to get signed. R&B people get the biggest budgets, which means they had the biggest debt. They need the most help on their albums when they got all these producers. Say you're an R&B singer, you need background singer, you paying for all this shit. It costs more to make an R&B album. When R&B people go on tour, it costs more money. When you got to have sets and all, it costs more money. So now also, say if you're not recouping, you're going more in the hole. So the R&B singer, they don't write the songs, which means they don't get the publishing. One of the biggest tricks on them. That's really why they end up broke. Because all them songs they sing, a lot of them don't get a penny off that shit. That was the whole scenario of Michael Jackson buying all the other R&B singers shit, the ones he could get, because that's how it's going to be for the R&B singer. And remember, R&B singers ain't tough, and they're not gangsters. So the executives were never scared of R&B people. They're not scared of them. And they do it on purpose. You sing, I have somebody going to write all the songs. Don't worry about writing, because that's going to be my money. And the producer's going to get his cut. The R&B singers get pimped the most, y'all. That's how it goes. So when I told you with R. Kelly, the reason why they were mad with R. Kelly, because he wasn't getting pimped. He was getting everything. He's making his own music. He's writing his own music. He's singing his own music. Get it? He getting all his publishing. That's why I told you R. Kelly was bigger than all of these rappers. He was bigger than everybody's record label by itself. That's what I kept trying to tell y'all. R. Kelly was more, he had more, look, he was richer and had more power than the whole Rockefeller Records. That's the part y'all didn't get. Because R. Kelly ain't have no big chain for his record label. He had more power and clout than the whole Rockefeller Records. Singer, singing his own shit, writing his own shit, getting his money. He not splitting his money 3 ways like Jay-Z. That's why I'm telling you. So you got to look at this shit. Family, these fools knew a long time ago R. Kelly was going to be the first billionaire. They already knew this a long time ago. I'm trying to tell you, man. That's why they threw a curveball at him early 2000s. Shoot. Then in the end, they threw another curve, but they knew he would have been a billionaire a long time ago. Something else about R. Kelly I forgot to tell you. Check this out. After R. Kelly got convicted, what happened? What happened to his music? Holler me in the chat. Did R. Kelly music not get bad? I heard Diddy music this morning. Yep, on sports radio. Told you, I've been hearing Diddy music the whole time. So every time I hear his music, I'd be like, are they being funny playing this shit? Are they being funny? I just be thinking this to myself, because this been happening a lot. Trust me. It's like you know how they start the show up, or you know they cover commercial break, they play the song, play that shit this morning. Him and Mace, they've been playing Diddy songs. But my point is this: did you notice they canceled all R. Kelly music, but they didn't cancel Diddy music? Did y'all notice that? They canceled all the Cosby shows, but they ain't canceled Diddy music. Did y'all notice that? All right, then. Now you got the proof of the picking and the choosing. Y'all are getting proof every day on shit. So, you see the shirt, right? Now look what his daughter said. Diddy's twin girls say no to college. They're going to be influencers. The question is, who are they going to be influencing? Do you see how people already got their kids programmed to program your kids? Guess who's going to be brainwashing your kids in their generation? Diddy kids, Blue Ivy, and Cardi B kids. Going to be Cardi B kids, all their kids, Jaden, all they're going to be brainwashing your kids. No, y'all, by that time, they won't even be around no more. So, Let's go. It's a YouTube takeover. Now, let's get to the real talk, y'all. This is the realest talk right here. They saying this gov shutdown is possibly it's going to be the longest one ever. They say since 1970, it's been 20. They are saying, remember I tell you, it's always public information. I'm always going to do my job, get out of warnings off the rip. They saying this might be the longest one ever. So you know that it's no saying what that means. So here's your proof. Sweeping layoffs have begun as government shutdown drags on. So not only that, people getting laid off because this is how they're going to shake the bushes, y'all. When I say certain stuff like certain people you got nothing to worry about. But I also said, if you one of them people that have been talking about the government on these applications, I think a lot of them not coming back. All right? Check it out. Gov shutdown could be the longest ever. House Speaker warns. So now, everybody, you got your warnings. Today is the 15th. People supposed to get paid today. You got your warnings, y'all. Government shutdown could be the longest ever. It could be a few more weeks. It could be a few more months. But just know, that's not the point. The point is, anybody that cannot take care of themselves while this going down, I'm going to tell a lot of y'all right now, some people, y'all, all jokes aside, go to them pantries, start getting stuff now. Start getting stuff now. Go to the pantry, go where they giving out free shit and go now. Don't wait. Go now. Because I also know part of it is, y'all, a lot of the people that's not supposed to be in this country, all people that's doing crime, everybody on the hit list they trying to get, mostly all of them get EBT or some type of income because they all hopped on the benefit bandwagon when they came in, y'all. These cartels off the books, but they had their wives on the system, their kids on the system. They looking at it like we getting free American money. Give me them food stamps. Give me that payout. It's free. We need all of that. That's how they was here, y'all. Then they also had farmer programs. They had a lot of stuff going on in this country y'all have no clue of. They had a whole program for migrants, farmers to come here and get paid. Room, board, all of that. There was so much shit going on y'all have no clue of. But the shutdown has to do with a lot. So you got proof of planes grounded, money shut down. These are examples of things are at a standstill, which means anybody that been dependent on these things, you will have to fend for yourself. So I know the game they play. I'm not going to say they playing the game, but my whole aspect is this. I know for a fact a lot of people became anti. People were wrapped up in politics. We know a lot of people do not like 47. The thing is, if people were saying these things through posts and they would just, get what I'm saying, they left a track record, I'm going to say if they work for the government and they was talking shit, they're not coming back. Because they got the records. They also know you hire from a different regime, you might be a threat to this regime. They also know a lot of employees are disgruntled. If you like Joe, if you like 44, you might be disgruntled. So some of them, get them out of here. Meaning, we don't get them out of here, but we'll see. Because know what they know? This is what they know for a fact. They know it's some people, they talk too much, and they just going to keep talking. So being that y'all talk a lot, you got a big mouth about all the stuff you hate and you don't like this and that. Okay, that's cool. Now let's just see how you make it on your own. It's that simple, y'all. It's no different from somebody in your house talking about how much they don't like you, and you say, well, buy your own food then. I ain't feeding you shit. Buy your own food then. That's your way to fix them. That's kind of like what this is. That's my opinion. My opinion. Know why? Because anybody that does not depend on the gov, this don't even apply to us. No kind of way. Guess what else got shut down? I'm going to tell y'all. All government informants, money shut down. A lot of them already got kicked out as well. I told you that. A lot of people got kicked out of government witness protection programs. Yes. Government check stop, that mean everybody. Government informants, all of that. Yeah. I'm telling y'all what happened to a lot of people. That's what it's about, y'all. So like I said, the people that didn't depend on the gov, people depend on the gov for many things. 501c3s, food stamps, government, military, government jobs. You see what I'm saying? People depend on the gov for a lot of shit. It's just disguised. But if I try to tell my people that's on welfare, it ain't no shame in welfare because all government systems are welfare in some form or fashion. You know what I'm saying? Military, same shit. They don't have to do shit. They shit guaranteed. Sometimes they don't got to do shit for real. You know what I'm saying? So meaning I know for a fact military people be fucking broke to a payday. They get paid every 2 weeks. I know for a fact. Like the last couple of weeks ago, I went in Dollar General. It was 3 women going in Dollar General. All of them had their uniform on. I know what's up, and I know what time of the month it is, and I know y'all didn't get paid yet. I know the whole shit. I had homeboys that was in the military. They got to borrow money from me to payday. That's the truth. That is the truth, y'all. I know military, they borrow money from each other. So I know what's up. They just got that good credit, and they give them whatever they want. But times they be broke too. They don't be having it like that. Trust me. A lot of them do what? Stay on the barracks too. A lot of them be in the military. They stay on base for free and eat for free. Like welfare, y'all. Don't never let them get it twisted. All the people in the military that do the most tricking, because some of them in there, they be tricking. They don't stack their money. They be playing, partying. They be party. They don't got shit in their name neither. Some of them got DUIs. They can't fucking drive. They be on base. They be tricking their money. And they be broke. They be gambling. Trust me. The military for some of them is a form of welfare. But the smart ones go to school, stack their money, do other shit. But they know the truth. They be banking on that check. But that's why they getting their money today. They getting their money today. Because they know damn well you cannot have the military disgruntled. That's not going to work. The government shutdown is in its 3rd week as Republican House Speaker Mike Johnson believes it may continue. One main issue related to the shutdown is lawmakers disagreeing on healthcare concerns to reopen the gov. There have been 20 gov shutdowns since the mid-70s. It's been 20, and they saying there's no ifs, ands about it. This is the expectation. They expect for this to be the longest one out of all of them. Because they didn't come to the table. And they're not saying when they coming to the table no time soon. When I first heard them, they was talking about people on vacation, stuff like this. They saying people from the blue on vacation, people from the red, they got split. They making it where they having these odds where they ain't get to sit down yet. So it's all about when they sit down. Then it's about when they come to a conclusion, and then they come to a final result. That's going to take time. You already got 3 weeks. So y'all getting your hits. If I was y'all, I would not be banking on next month. I already put in my head it's not coming. I know it sounds harsh, but that will put you in a different reality. I would just say I might not even get it. So let's go. Just giving y'all all the facts of the updates. This could go somewhere, y'all. Meaning, I want to give y'all a clue. This could lead to desperation for some people. Now, don't get it twisted. This could be, okay, you in your neighborhood. Now, you just think it might be a neighborhood around the corner. They didn't get their shit. It didn't hit. A whole neighborhood around you is now desperate. That's what's going to be happening, y'all, if this shit go too long. All the people that know the clues, the people that got idea. When I said we ain't a time of talking no more, y'all, you should know by now. You should know. I don't keep repeating shit because that would make me an agenda guy. I don't keep pushing agendas. But I'm going to tell you common sense. Y'all been watching movies. Y'all watched all these damn videos. Y'all into all these conspiracy theories. If people don't get their shit, what you think going to happen? Do you have to be a rocket scientist to figure it out? The have against the have-nots. If this shit don't come back no time soon, what you think going to happen? So when you can fathom that, when you kept hearing about all this civil, only civil it's gonna be is y'all against each other, like I told you a million times. When I said years ago, a lot of y'all got firearms. A lot of y'all been racking up on shit. Y'all been going to the range. I said, but the secret is, in the end, you're going to wind up using them on your own people. Because if this stuff does not come back before sometime next month, this is reality, y'all. When I said the realest shit is in real life. This has never happened before. When I've been telling people, I've been through this. We in a world where you don't know what's next. I've been figuring that out. That's why I stay winning. When y'all was in this world of, they can't do that. Oh, man, that ain't true. Or you was in the world of arguing everything, debating everything. Not me. I take in all information. I go back to the lab, break it down. What's good, I keep. What ain't good, I leave over there. But I just watch. I never believed in fantasy land. They can't do that. Says who? He who makes the law shall break the law. Very simple. Oh, you don't know about society and class. Well, I say I never understood. I was able to see recent that everybody that claimed they were so smart, because I told you, I only antagonize those who think they're so smart. Everybody's supposed to got all of this knowledge, all of this sacred knowledge, all this shit. But somehow, y'all, they still don't get the simple aspects of life, what this shit be about. Everything you're watching has already happened in ancient times. So, if it's a shutdown, guess what? If you're in America, you should already be in a situation where you take care of yourself. Because the truth is, family, it goes for me and everybody. If I've been still banking on this country to take care of me in 2025, I brought it on myself. When I kept giving hints and people been knowing this shit. I've been saying stuff like they've been looking for a reason to cut all this shit, y'all. They've been looking for if they could come with a genius way to keep the economy going to a high level without having to do that shit, they would. Trust me. These are systems that help build America. That's what I'm telling you, we're in a different time. Welfare was needed in the 60s and 70s when people had to build shit and you couldn't take a chance, people being poor and hungry. You had to make sure every household had something coming in because you needed them to work. Labor, certain things, y'all. We in a different time now. When they know it's more people that got money. The truth is, they know it's more people that got money than poor people. They know the fact that once they do this, what they weighing out. Not saying they doing it, but it may if take care of the poor start outweighing the other shit, what you think gonna happen? I'll give you a hint. Back in the day, ancient times, they understood. No, slave, they ain't gonna do no slave. No, they understand. It's better when you let them be free and pay them. It's better like that. It works better for us. That's what all that was about. So I'm letting you know, systems are created, systems are destroyed. If you don't know nothing, you should know that part. So these are the things we've been talking about all these past couple years. That what? Now, y'all, this is the truth. Y'all, I don't want to say the words. Y'all kept talking about martial law. Y'all kept talking about civil war. All the things y'all been talking about. Y'all been talking about purge. Okay, do you see the recipe? If they do not get their stuff, because we know it's people that live from what? Check to check. Family, I know how real it is. People be banking on their government check to pay their phone bill at the first of the month. So don't play. We know how this shit go. People might be without goddamn communication. They can't afford to pay their phone bill. People, when I say my people in the projects, your shit don't hit, you start getting backed up, they start using shit for an excuse to kick you out. Told you, man. Everybody played online for so long. I just hope y'all was taking care of shit. Let's go back to, let me show you this loser, y'all. Alex Baldwin, y'all know he took a man's life on a movie scene. Now look what he's doing. Fool crashing. He's reckless. You getting the proof that these Hollywood weirdos done lost their mind, y'all. This man took a life, y'all. You see what I'm saying? He took a life. What? That's why I tell you this shit is all weird to me. Diddy in prison, this man took a life walking around like that shit ain't nothing. To this day, I don't know how that bullet got in that gun. Do y'all see this? More Hollywood shenanigans. No, they out of their mind. That's what's wrong with them. What's up, King Nimrod? What's up, kids? Yeah, he did a Tiger Woods. So mind you, he already took a life. We know he don't got it all. I mean, shit. Even if it was a mistake, honestly, I think somebody set him up. I think he didn't know. Because remember, they don't load the firearms. So it's nothing for somebody to give me the gun for the act. It's supposed to be blanks. It could be somebody don't like my ass, put a real bullet in it, so I catch a body charge. You get it? So we don't know. But the thing was supposed to really be based on who put that bullet in that gun. Because the thing about it also, he got to live with the guilt of the murder. But it might not even be his fault. And that could be messing his head up. Crash. When you caught a body, but you ain't mean to catch a body, and you ain't even know you was going to take somebody's life. You ain't know that. You got to live with that. No, y'all, Hollywood is for real, y'all. That shit break their ass, and they start losing it. That's why the plan is for y'all to be broke and lose it. If all this stuff happened before government shut down, all right? And mind you, this happened to regular people, y'all. This can be a regular person that, like I said, this was the wrong time for you to be getting put out, losing shit. This was the wrong time for domestic violence. People breaking up. Y'all supposed to be figuring that shit out. People supposed to be working shit out. People became enemies in the pandemic. Really, you're supposed to be tighter. Because now, y'all, this is a reality. And I feel for people. But the truth is, comfort, the longest I get them doing it, I assume, man, I don't, man, I said at least to the 15th of next month. That's what I said before. I said before Thanksgiving, they'll be back. That's my opinion. Because that Thanksgiving got to be Thanksgiving, so that merchandise got to move out them supermarkets. Merchandise got to move. So money got to be circulating before Thanksgiving. So that's all you got to know. But Halloween and all that stuff, hopefully, that's another thing. You better hope people ain't starving by Halloween time. Halloween, I ain't opening no door. Some people going to participate in Halloween this year. You're going to get a treat for real. You get it? I tell you what, you better treat people like animals and dogs. Do like the smart people do. You put that shit in something and leave it outside. Put a couple outside at a time. Just put Tootsie Rolls outside. That's it. And put a couple and just leave it like that. Let them come get it like that. All that knocking on door trick-or-treat shit, yeah, you try that shit if you want to. The weirdo be done send some kids to your door and they right behind their ass. Get on the ground. Trick-or-treat. What? Mask on already too? You just got jacked by Spider-Man. Hell no. Hell no. No. Halloween, I know a lot of y'all are not religious. You might not be into certain stuff, but if you live in certain neighborhoods on Halloween, you might have to act like you Malcolm X and be at the window with a gun. Because that's how you might got to be on Halloween like Malcolm X. All right? So I prank people like that. I dress up like Malcolm X with a firearm, then you're going to play with me. Get it? So be careful, y'all, because it's a lot of weirdos out here. Weirdo nation is for real. Now, what I'm saying is, y'all, if this gov shutdown hurt more people, it's going to be more people outside. And don't get it twisted. It's going to be people that work for the gov getting checks. They were getting checks, but they're going to be outside. Because all them kids wilding out in D.C., a lot of their parents work for the gov. The gov kids out of control, y'all. That's what be happening. Some people look, in D.C., Chicago, some of y'all kids been getting smoked by some kids where their parents was in the goddamn gov. Kids bad as hell, smoke your ass. They don't get in trouble. Yup. So I'm just showing you, man. You watch humans be reduced to ashes. America, the joke's on you. This is not Mexico. This is not Brazil. This ain't nowhere but right here. Why nobody questioned it? Told you, man. Guess what else? All of them be online. All of them got cell phones. The false reality we got put in was influencers getting gassed up by homeless losers. Get it? That's what I'm telling you what a lot of this shit been about. Also, the other trick on the back end is you guys are in the street homeless, but you ain't getting influenced by no motivation influencers because they all full of shit. See, I'm the one that on this channel. If you was homeless and you tapped into this channel 3 years ago, your ass ain't homeless no more. If you were homeless and you found this channel, you ain't homeless no more. And you ain't got to tell me shit. Because I've been talking to the homeless. I've been talking to the poor. I've been giving everybody the secret documents. I've been giving everybody the clues. I've been telling everybody how to win low key for my failure. But they didn't listen. So now they going to fail. And that's what's going to be. We in a world of failures now, y'all. Failures are the ones that never got it right. They just kept depending on people to take care of them. Pick one. They just kept going back and forth to prison. They just kept doing people dirty. They kept using people. They kept taking advantage of shit. They kept making excuses. Now they in a world where they have to face it. We are in the time of facing dark, harsh reality. That is it. We are not in a time of exposing. We are not in a time of all that other conspiracy shit. The only time we in now is dark revelations of truth. That was the whole thing. I keep telling y'all what that trial was about. Same thing with bustarhymes. He is being accused by a personal assistant. I'm going to say it's his boyfriend, okay? His personal assistant, code word Hollywood, his boyfriend. The lawsuit sounds like a domestic violence dispute, all right? The man is saying bustarhymes, smack him upside the head, make demands that he don't want to comply with, stuff like that. As far as we know, bustarhymes might make that man dress up. I don't know, but I know one thing. Let's read it. Let's read what's said. Because my whole point is, bustarhymes, if you didn't do nothing, if this man is a liar, why are you putting a counter lawsuit on him? Because the counter lawsuit, it helps you save face. Counter lawsuit means I can still smile on their face and they're going to say I'm fighting the case. Meanwhile, you might be a certified booty toucher. All right? They saying bustarhymes, he said bustarhymes, he grabbed their clothes. Employees, when he said he grabbed their clothes, we don't know what part of the clothes he grabbed. He might grab the back of your belt strap. We don't know. So they say he like to grab your clothes because bustarhymes be hazing. They said he smacked them. He smacked workers in the back of their head. The man went to the court after he went to the police precinct and got the paperwork after bustarhymes punched him. But it's also said bustarhymes be smacking people in the back of the head like back in the days on a school bus or in the hallway when you get a fresh cut. Hazing. But mind you, this man went straight to the precinct. So he didn't perpetrate, he didn't fake, he didn't act like, get it? So it don't sound like a publicity stunt. The former assistant also alleged in a complaint that bustarhymes fired him effectively and blacklisted him from employment opportunities in his chosen field in the music industry because he filed a police report. So he filed a police report and got fired. I completely and categorically deny these allegations. That's what bustarhymes said. Let's look at the details one more time, and y'all come with y'all assumption what y'all think this about. Let's go. He also claimed he experienced verbal abuse with bustarhymes routinely on a regular, degrading and screaming at him, making unreasonable and demeaning demands. Were you trying to tell that man to take his clothes off? What the hell you was doing, Buster? Because if he's your personal assistant, he got to be somebody close to you, Buster, for you to make him your personal assistant. And you allegedly punched him because he on a phone. That sounds like a jealous man because he was talking to a girl. Because the man said he was talking to his daughter and bustarhymes got mad. Bustarhymes probably thought he was talking to his girl. But it sounded like to me, bro. Look. Make it unreasonable and demeaning demands. If I told y'all I work for this man, I'm his personal assistant, but I said, yo, y'all, he always making some demeaning demands and he always want these requests, unreasonable shit. What would you think I'm talking about? Especially if you know it's bustarhymes. Getting the clues, y'all. A lot of this shit is clue. Some of this shit is domestic disguised as personal assistant. This shit sound like one of bustarhymes' little toys, kind of bitter that bustarhymes did him like a hoe and left his ass broke. Let's look at it again. He's verbal abuse. Verbal abuse. How does a man verbally abuse another man? We argue, bro. Ain't no such thing as you verbally abusing me, bro. I'm a man. We argue. But if, get it? Bingo. He verbally abused me. He verbally abused him. Routinely degrading him and screaming at him. Trying to break that man. Reduce him. Okay. Making unreasonable and demeaning demands. Was he trying to take that man in the back office? Was he trying to make that man get on his knees? Was he trying to make that man use baby oil? We don't know. All we know is unreasonable and demeaning demands. That's in a lawsuit. The former assistant also claimed in a complaint that he was punched in the face twice because he was using his phone while on the clock. What man does that to another man? That sounds like jealousy. Now, anybody check me, correct me. Don't it sound like jealousy, bro? Bro, do we punch each other in the face over phones? Who does that? Sound like jealousy to me, guys. I'm sorry to tell you that. Now, Busta Rhymes never attended rainbow parades. I wouldn't think like this. If Shannon didn't keep getting caught, see, I know code word for boyfriend is stylist, personal assistant. That's about it. Did we not just hear Stephon Diggs have somebody live with him, an outright man, and that man title was stylist? Okay, that's the stylist for their boy toys, man. Their friends, their lovers. Let's go. The former assistant also claimed in a complaint he was punched twice because he was on the phone. Now, check it out. Reason why I say it sounds like it might have been jealousy, because this in the lawsuit. This man saying it. He wanted us to know I was talking to my daughter. Why? Because Busta Rhymes probably thought he was talking to a woman. Look, Gabe allegedly was trying to contact his daughter, and the rapper told him, stay the F off your phone, and punched him. Pop, pop. What that sound like? Some jealous shit. They ain't got to do no damn work. Common sense, bro. Yo, I'm calling my daughter, man. Or you pull up and you just hear, you see me talking to, you see me smiling and you hear a woman, you think I'm talking to not whole time I'm talking to my daughter. He's jealous. Punch that. No, that shit sound like jealousy, guys. I'm sorry. But it's in the lawsuit. No, in my opinion, that's a little boyfriend until proven otherwise. That's right, Buster. Sound like a domestic violence dispute to me. And that man wants his pay because you did him dirty. What it sound like to me, Buster. And you should have had that hoodie on out of all people. You should have had it on. Meanwhile, y'all, D'Angelo is now free. He was not happy on this earth. Just like a lot of people. They're not happy, y'all. They're not happy. Told you, man. In that world, it's a long, dark, lonely, miserable life. The reason why you believe it all, because they perfect on that camera. They got those Hollywood porcelain smiles. They got that good lighting, and they good actors. And that's what made all y'all think all this shit was real. No, they all miserable. They fucking hate their life for the most part. And neo soul was straight, goddamn it, witchcraft music. Period. Just going to tell you the truth, guys. That's why it's meant to be dark. Dark. That's right. All right, you getting it now, y'all? They turned him into a male prostitute, and he wasn't happy with his life. He said himself, he was not happy, y'all. So when you come in this game and you get stuck in those roles, you don't want to take, you want to put your clothes on, but they want you to keep taking it off. And he was upset, y'all. He didn't like his life. He didn't want to do that. He was embarrassed, y'all. So let's look. This is how you know it's psyche. Men go to the gym forever to get a six-pack and in shape. Here's a man that was in shape and was ashamed of himself. He wasn't proud of his looks. I told you that's what the game do to you. When you see women look one way, then they look another way. You keep seeing them keep fucking with themselves. Because it's a teaching, y'all. Their whole game is psychological. It's for a reason. Because when you come in, you're going to be one way. When you leave out, you're going to be somebody else. Ask Lil' Kim that. Ask Lil' Kim. That's just what it is. The procedure they got to go through, when they get deep in, they realize it's no fun no more. It's not fun. And you're going to see this one thing. All Def Jam artists, all artists that went through Jay-Z and Diddy some kind of way, They are all miserable. And that's what I keep telling y'all. Y'all not looking at after these guys. When I showed you Free yesterday, when they are done with you, you will be so broke down, you ain't going to deal with this shit no more. You know about Jaguar, right? Y'all, just why I say so much shit y'all know about Jay-Z Circle. God damn it, everybody that was with Jay-Z is a fucking YouTuber now. You didn't get it yet. All of them are damn near. That's life after Jay-Z. Then you got the same pattern, life after Diddy. Everybody that was at Def Jam, where they at? Only reason why I read the map straight, because they been was doing movies. Oh, you got the pattern, y'all. When they finish, you're going to be a nobody. Now, look at the people that never dealt with them, but been in the game just as long as them. They still got careers some kind of way. Right? All right. No, it's them. When you go, they put that whack juice on you. They curse your ass. Tyrese hanging with them. What Tyrese movie career at? Nah, you don't. One thing you want to get for sure, y'all. When you deal with Jay-Z and Diddy, you don't become better after that. If you at least see that part, what's up, man? You don't get better after them. You don't blow up more after them. You gonna say life don't go good for you after them. That's how it go. When you deal with them, y'all, after that, it's it. Now, the saddest part of this is right here, y'all. Once again, these stories. Both his parents dead. What's the profit of man to gain the whole world? My father's D'Angelo, my mother's Angie Stone, but both of them gone before their time. And none of them got to be grandparents before they died, that I know of. See that? No, y'all, it's called a dark, miserable life. And all of the celebrity couples, 85% of them be put together. That's why you're always going to see them together with this split, but you never going to have no real pictures of them in love for real. And when you get some pictures of a real celebrity couple in love that's black, you let me know. Other than that, y'all, we're going to close out early today. We're going to get out of here. Y'all enjoy y'all day. Stay away from them black clouds. Yeah, y'all, see that? See that man sit on his neck, butt naked? You see the earrings? All right, then. I told you this history, y'all. This is who they always wanted y'all to be. Always. Always. You see that logo on that camera, right? This is always who they wanted y'all to be. So when I tell you, nothing people do is a fucking accomplishment, and ain't none of it nothing to be proud of. Because the people that so-called never liked you, they love that shit. So, carry on, y'all. Holler at my people later. Holler at all y'all that's tapped in. Shout out to the replay gang. Everybody that support the channel every kind of way. We just live. But all you're going to know is this, y'all. It's nothing but live. At this point, it's nothing but dark truth. And you see they made that man wear Victoria's Secret. So, we're going to leave it at that, y'all. It's nothing but truth coming out. So, if you're not with the truth that's being exposed, just go hide, because it's a campaign on it. I'm going to show y'all this one time before I close out these things I spoke to y'all about in real time. What's been happening, y'all? They've been being slaughtered by serial slayers. They have been being slaughtered off the books, to the point where other people got to talk about what's happening in y'all communities. They're being targeted. They're being erased. They being found burnt to death. They being found floating in rivers. They being found slain in apartments. And it's going untraced and untracked. When you were born one way and they find you looking like that and you ain't got no ID, what they gonna do? You somewhere far from home, what they gonna do? Your family can't even come identify you. People, they never look at that part. Especially if you change your name. You say you live in that life, you done change your name, you move, your family even know you at, how they gonna find you? Guess what? The people that's into taking their life, they know all of that shit. They know it's easier to unalive them than anybody else. They know that shit, y'all. So that's what I'm saying. This been going on for a minute. But I just wanted people to know. I joke on Diddy. I joke on a lot. I told you, it's all about the rappers that claim they were so gangster. They are the ones I joke on. Those the ones that taught me about F that woman. Shoot that nigga. The ones that claim all this fake shit, they're the ones I be trolling, y'all. But when it come to real shit, I don't be laughing. So I wanted y'all to see that I spoke up for this when it was happening 2 years ago. And it's still happening. But you're going to see, out of all your platforms and all your willing participants in this shit, ain't nobody say nothing. They've been dying more than drill rappers, and they've been dying more than drug dealers, and they've been dying more than criminals and gangsters, and on top of that, they've been dying the worst ways. Yep, because it all applies to the DL lifestyle. People are getting with them and taking their life. So that's why I was telling y'all in the last day, it's only one revelation. The people in the closet, the dark lifestyle. That's all that's being revealed. Because what's being revealed is the people that played these roles, they were doing the most wicked, horrific shit. That's why that's the last exposure that had to come out. So you already know who the Baphomet was. Y'all know the fucking, y'all know all this shit, right? But now you're going to see who the fuck is doing this shit. That's what all this is about. Humans have subjected themselves to behavior. And a lot of them are psychos now. When you got people unaliving people and they're not caught, they psychos. So this will be happening, y'all, all over. But I'm talking to people that call themselves black. If you're so black, why you have not been speaking up for this slaughter? Huh? And a lot of y'all, I know for a fact you're down with it. Why you ain't been talking about it? Told y'all, a lot of y'all exposed. Y'all are so much exposed, other races are covered. That's what the main thing I wanted y'all to see. All races are covering y'all content. The truth of the shit. That's why I say y'all content looking small as fuck. All right? So I'm just letting y'all know what's going on out here. Other than that, we're going to get out of here. Please enjoy your day. And don't forget, see Rico? What's Rico? Rockefeller Rico. Snitch. What did Rico do in him belly? He snitched. I'm going to drop a dime. What Rico doing paid in full? Snitch. Rico, Rico, Rico. Snitch, snitch. Def Jam, label, Def Jam movie. Get it? Snitch. Rico. We out, y'all. We out. I can't say rest in peace, D'Angelo, for real, because you sign up for that game, you got to take what come with it, y'all. That's how I go. On that note, I'm going to leave it at that, man. Just don't let this dark shit oppress your day, because I'm going to tell you the other plan. The other plan is for you to hear about this shit all day long. And this is how the dark news spreads throughout the day to make you have a very bad day. I'm going to tell you, have a good day, man. We out. It's funny you said, yo, tell the truth. I don't know about a lot of y'all. It's been feeling like dark all week. Like this, it's been feeling, to me, it's just been feeling weird, like depressing. It's been feeling like a big funeral this whole week. So I'm gonna be honest, I kind of expected somebody to kick the bucket soon. And some other people did too. So when I saw this, I wasn't even shocked because it felt like I had to go to a funeral this whole week. It's just how I felt. So when this dropped, all right, I know how this shit works. Like I said, it's gonna be like this today. Get it? So yeah, man, we had to talk about it. Like I say, D'Angelo passing, it still goes with the narrative. What I've been telling y'all this whole year, D'Angelo passing represents the end of an era, y'all, because he's with the same era. So that's why I say you're going to keep seeing this closeout on people from this time. So guess what? The movie Belly is straight demonic. Now it's really demonic. You know why? Because a lot of people that has something to do with this shit is dead. I know for a fact at least 4 people dead from this movie. Might be more than that. And everybody else from the movie, suffering. People have something to do with the soundtrack dead. DMX, Irv Gotti. $500,000 on that. This guy rapping at $500,000, he dead. No, y'all. No, man. When that young boy be drawing that 5-point star on the ground, Def Jam knew exactly what they was doing. They had it on that big movie screen. They knew this was a black movie we was gonna like. They knew that spirit and curse gonna get put in all of us. You know what I'm saying? All of that shit. Yeah, man. So we're gonna get out of here for sure. One.